Okay, so just progressing with the underside of the car here. I've taped things up. I've removed some of the pipes and cables and so on. I've just been cleaning up with the wire wheel around here. I did some before there, but there's obviously a bit more to be done. Bit of rust here, bit of rust here. Here, I think that's where the tank rubs. But I'm going to coat this in stone chip, but beforehand I'm going to replace some of the seam sealant which was missing here and here, and then, as I say, stone chip, so that'll be done. Okay, so I've got it taped up, cleaned up as well, and I've also put some new seam sealant up here, and I'm just going to go over with the stone chips. So the stone chip that I have is this stuff, and I use this on the Porsche, not with a spray cap, but with a full litre container with the compressor. So I'll see how this works for up here, but it's very, very thin paint here. Basically it goes up to here with the seam sealant and stone chip, and then it stops. So I'm just going to cover it in here and see how far I get. Maybe do the top as well, maybe to this seam at the front here. I also found some rust along here, so let's see how far I can do it. Okay, so the stone chip, this area is done. I'm going to leave it about there. There's no need to bring it onto these sides here because obviously that's been done already, but that just gives it a bit more protection here right up until there. So that allows me now to put the brake lines on. I've got to finish that brake line round there and put the fuel tank back in. Okay guys, so finishing up for the day, and I've done quite a bit of work. And yeah, so I've done a bit of painting, cleaning up and painting with the wire wheel, sort of the rear trailing arms here, and the hub as well. Just getting that painted up and looking smart. Took these plastic shrouds off as well and gave them a clean up. And then of course I cleaned up some of the components under here. I mean, really it needs the subframe lowering and really cleaning up, but yeah, I just gave it a clean up and then put some rust converter on. Then otherwise it's doing the stone chip underneath there. So that is now done. I've cleaned up all the fittings, and I've also painted all these fittings here, all the miscellaneous parts, and also the straps for the fuel tank. So once they're dry, they'll be able to go back on. But that is it for the day. I'm going to tidy up and go home. Okay guys, so a bit windy today, but I've been concentrating on the welding today. As you can see, I've done hours of practicing, and then I've moved on to the real thing. So it took a bit of time to get the settings right on this, but on the 0.8mm steel I put 36 amps versus 16 volts, and the inductivity or the inductiveness quite high, and I've been going through and it's been actually going quite well. So you can feel it when you get it because it just buzzes, and I've been doing it from both sides here. Cleaned it up with the angle grinder, and yeah, I got a couple of holes but was able to actually fill them in, so quite pleased with it. I mean, it takes forever, I tell you. I mean, welding, my God, before I bought this welder, a couple of people said to me, just don't bother doing it, just give it to the professionals, pay the money and have done with it. But I've always wanted to learn how to weld, so this is the way to do it. And yes, it does take a long time, but I think once you get it, once I was getting some of those points there, you could literally just buzz it, cool it, do the opposite side, so like just doing a part here, cooling it with my cloth, and then moving across here, so it stops the metal from bending, and I got away with it quite well. It's actually fine. Now, the story behind this is, I don't know if you remember, I got this base here, which is that there, from another E36 in the junkyard, and cut the hole out too small for the repair work on mine, which is so annoying, which is why I've had to have gone to all this length to weld it back together. So I've got the shape, and then I'm going to cut it out again and weld it back into the car. So yeah, not for the faint-hearted, and you've really got to want to do it but I'm doing it. So there's the car, this is the hole that I'm doing, and with any luck we'll get it cleaned up in here and just get it, just get it put in there, tacked in. So, morning guys, back up at the garage today. I'm working on the BMW, so the aim today is to, I don't know if you can see that, is fill that hole. So last weekend I did my first bit of welding, did a test piece, and then went onto this, and it actually worked quite well. Got the settings of the welder to work, which I'm really pleased with, so no blowing holes in the metal. And now I'm going to offer this up underneath, scribe it, and hopefully cut it to the right size this time. Okay guys, after literally 2 hours of fettling with this piece here, marking it out, cutting it out, filing it down, remarking it, literally 2 hours, I've now got it to fit quite well. So now I've got to clean it up and then tack weld it in. So just cleaning both sides of the metal before I start welding. Right, just a little update on the welding. Not easy, it's very frustrating. So I'm getting there though. So I've just started to grind it down. Some parts it's been blowing holes, so I'm trying to fill those. It's funny, because the settings that I used on the welder on the weekend, they just didn't work on this, so it's a bit tricky to work out how the settings work, but I guess that comes with practice. Okay, now I'm going to tackle the split at the back of the wheel well. Okay guys, I've had enough with this now. Basically what happens is, I guess it's because of my welding or whatever, you sand it down like this, and then you realize there are some pinholes in, and you go back and fill them, and then you find more. So I've got the majority of them. I'm sure if I looked hard enough I'd find another one, but I'm just going to put some seam sealant on there, stone chip underneath, and we are done. This is not a show car, but I do want to make it as best I can, and given that this is the first welding I've done, I'm not too unhappy with it. But as I say, it's very difficult to work out how the welder settings work really well. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to put some seam sealant on this, and then I'm going to put some paint on. Okay, so hoovered the boot, all the debris, and I put some seam sealant just along the seams. And I will, either this evening or tomorrow, we'll spray that with a primer, epoxy primer, and then I'll buy some Montreal blue to clean it up. Okay, so I've just put some seam sealant on the bottom as well, cleaned it up with the angle grinder before, and at the back here as well. So when that dries, tomorrow most likely, I will get some stone chip on and hopefully blend that in. And also, obviously, when I get the blue colour, Montreal blue, I will paint it in as well. There's also a bit of rust coming up around here, so I've treated that. And yeah, so okay, it was really frustrating today. I haven't really got much patience to learn stuff like this, and if it doesn't go quickly I get quite annoyed, which I know is silly, but that's just God, that's how I am. But I think it's pretty good, and I'm happy with it actually, so that's the main thing. It's solid as you like, and it's the first bit of welding to do on the car. Obviously coming forward I'm gonna have to do this and this part here as well, but I think we'll be fine there. So we're slowly but surely getting there. I'll see you next time.